Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. So, Hawkman and Plastic Man came out at the same time last month, and both of them got a good review from me. Plastic Man a little less than Hawkman, but still good. Now, I realize, alrighty, second issue, everything can have a sophomore slump, so I figure why not review them together, or at least one at a time, and find out if one or both or neither have gotten over the sophomore slump and have continued to be good reads. Starting with Hawkman, first of all, I love the cover. I think this is really cool. Really, DC's been kicking ass with covers. And the thing is usually it's like one is, all right, it's good, which this is, and then the other one is incredible. This one is an incredible cover. Now, granted, it's not the painted cover that this one is. Holy shit. This is amazing. And it shows up in the book. So, well, actually, no, I don't think he does fight a dragon. Anyway, good no. Oh my God, look at this cover. This should be on the wall somewhere. Seriously, it needs to get rid of that DC, though. You know, because that's the only thing messing it up. Perfect cover. Anyway, so we're being given a little bit of his past here as far as Hawkman is concerned. He's remembering past lives. And to be honest, if you're going to read this book, you better get used to it because there's a lot of it. He's an archaeologist in modern times, and he's always looking through the past, try to figure out basically his life. And I would suppose Shiar's. It's amazing story. I'm sorry, but even though this is mostly dialogue and it's mostly exposition, it's interesting, it's entertaining. I was actually surprised at how entertained I was by the backstory. Finding out, by the way, that it's Hawkman in a lot of roles, or, you know, superhero roles, or I guess main characters, is the Silent Knight and Nighthawk and so forth that would have had taken place in past eras. They really tied him to that, and I thought that was kind of an interesting take. It sort of says that no matter what life he's in, he's always going to be a superhero of some sorts. And the book also gives us a little insight in the fact that he's got a network of people who can trust him, and he trusts because he saved their ancestors. And I really like that. It's kind of a shadow thing from the movie and such, where he saves criminals, or he saves people from criminals and they decide to help him out. I just really like that aspect of it. It really does show that he indeed does have a lot of past lives, and it's just so much fun, so entertaining, and I just love the fact that they give us so much character. So when he does finally get to the museum and he all of a sudden changes into Hawkman, we have an idea of what's going on. We care about what's going on. And that's the main thing I've always said. You have to make us care about the characters in order for us to care about what action is happening to the characters. And in this case, it's just in spades, it does that. So by the time we get to the action, you are taken along for the ride, and the action isn't the goal. The goal is, okay, well, how is he going to figure out how to communicate with this guy who's fighting him to tell him he isn't the enemy, and they're actually, they have the same goal. And so, like I said, we're just totally brought into this. And I would be remiss if I did not mention how you could see the pages that I chose as as examples here. You can see how beautiful this book is. The scenes, the shots. If it was a movie, it would be directed perfectly. I mean, they're just the silhouettes, the lighting usage here, coloring is just dead on. I really enjoy this. I gotta say, Hawkman is quickly becoming one of my favorite books on the shelf. It may actually challenge Aquaman if it continues to be this good. But if I'm being completely honest, I have a very bad feeling that this is going to be one of those really good books that nobody buys because Hawkman is, at best, a D-list character. I mean, yeah, he is. Maybe C-list. Maybe you can elevate him up to there. But if you do give this a try, I promise you, man, you're going to get some entertainment. You're gonna dig this book. This is just, it really is just such a fun book to read. I've said it before, it's Indiana Jones with wings, or Uncharted with wings, whatever is your particular favorite archaeologist. It's that guy with wings, because you get a little bit of the past. Of course, it's DC past, not like real world past, along with some great action sequences. It is a very, very good action-adventure story. Next up is Plastic Man #2, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this cover. I don't know who thought it was a good idea. So he's bent over. It's one thing if he was draped over the Plastic Man title, but instead he's kind of in a submissive position, butt up in the air. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and it isn't exactly a very good-looking cover. So the book starts out, and he's basically looking for the kid from the last one, the one that said wang, like it was an actual slang word meaning something that was the worst joke. And yes, they continue it here. Oh, drop the wang. Drop the wang. Let go of the wang. Put the wang down. It's not as big as you think, and it's really kind of pathetic. Anyway, I'm wondering, were they really going for like a kinetic energy? Like every panel is a different joke about him searching for the kid. And it's oddly paced. It really is. This entire book and this opening sequence is very much, like I've said before about other humor books that just don't go anywhere. It's like they're yelling, hey, look, I'm funny, I'm funny. It's the Deadpool syndrome. And then it comes to this particular scene. It's the splash page, and it's a search. At the bottom of the splash page, they give you things to search for, like a Where's Waldo sort of situation. And it's an incredibly awkward opening right up to another splash page that they have. So it's like 2 wasted pages here. And what's the point of this? What is the point of this particular page with him stretching his face and yelling and screaming when he wasn't doing that in the first place with the other pages? So it's, yeah, like I said, it awkwardly paces it, because right after this page, it goes into a regular story with his 2 friends finding him on the street. They take him in, and from there, it's a flashback. Yellow Brian, or Plastic Man, is just kind of regaling the tale. This is what happened to me. This is what was going on. I'm looking for this kid, and you wouldn't believe what happened. And the weird thing is it seems to go into, I don't know, it's a weird structure for the story to be told in. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't work this time around. Mind you, the first issue wasn't perfect, but it really seemed like they were trying. There was sort of a timeless feeling where everybody was 1940s gangsters living in the modern era. It was comedy, yet also noirish. I mean, this is hard to pull off, and the first issue pulled it off. I thought it was very entertaining. It was enjoyable the way they did the first issue, and that seems to be all but abandoned in this second issue. This is more straight up a superhero story. It's obviously set in the modern day. The jokes are incredibly forced. I mentioned only 1 or 2 of the jokes in the first issue were incredibly forced, but this one, oh my gosh. It's like, just shut up. This is the worst of Deadpool right here. I am surprised at the turnaround on this book, because it's still made by the same creative team. It should be, hey, it's at least some sort of similar pacing, similar tone. But if you put them next to each other, you would think that these were 2 different volumes of the same character. This is volume 2. This isn't issue 2 of volume 1. This is like issue 1 of volume 2. It truly just does not fit with what they set up in the first issue. And I'm sorry, I wish I could say it worked, but it doesn't. And what's more, it really does seem like certain panels are written because, hey, I wanted to see it, rather than it goes with a story. He's talking about, oh, they tased me and they had me, but nope, I'm running away. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could say more. I wish I had better news for you, because I wanted to like this book. I love the Plastic Man character, man. Give me some police comics from the 1940s. That's awesome. I love those books. Plastic Man is one of my favorite Golden Age characters of all time. Seriously. One of the first superheroes I've ever read. And I mean, like, ever. As a little kid in the 1970s, we would go to the library and get these collections of Golden Age comic heroes. I loved Plastic Man. Yeah, and he's supposed to be fun. He's supposed to be funny. And they at least have that right if they could make him funny. I did like him mistaking Man-Bat for Batman. That was fun. But overall, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you bought this issue based on the fact that I gave the first issue a good review, I apologize. Because this one definitely blew up in my face. So there you go, gang. We have one that was good and one that just did not hold up. I'm not very much of a fan of having to say that, to tell you the truth. I was hoping both of these books would be excellent, and in fact, nope. Hawkman, though, that kicks so much ass. Seriously, and that's the one I would definitely recommend you try out. Plastic Man, of course, I'm in for the long haul. That's what I do, but as far as anybody else, I don't think I could recommend it. Just don't. Sorry, gang. Anyway, that's my opinion. What is yours? Have you read Plastic Man and Hawkman? What did you think? Did you like them? Did you hate them? Am I right? Am I wrong? Did I get it backwards? Do you think Plastic Man was better than Hawkman? If so, let me know in the comments below, and let me know why you think that. I love to hear a difference of opinion, but I like to hear why you have a difference of opinion. Anyway, also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share. That gets word out about the channel. And don't forget to hit subscribe and notification if you haven't already done that. Also, this is the way we're trying to make a living, so if you don't mind helping out, go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, help us keep the lights on, help us keep making videos for you. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. Now, before I go, though, I'd like to remind you, I am trying to start another channel up. It's called Mad About the Mouse, where it's basically just about the theme parks down here in Orlando, and not just little travel videos, but I'm going to start doing some tips and tricks as well. So if you like to, check it out. Link's going to be in the description below.